Comes to that back and forth. So what's next? Congressman Adam Kinzinger joining us live via Skype, but with maybe some plans on when we plan to reopen, some other changes. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. And we have a little connection issue, so we're going to just everyone's going to bear with us. They understand at home. But when do you think is the best time for us to be able to reopen everything? There's so much back and forth on this.
You know, I think it's going to depend basically kind of on a day by day. I do think the governor needs to maybe now take a look at Illinois, not as one total case, but say, okay, there are areas where we have a lot of infection, you know, towns of maybe 100 or 200 people. Maybe we can loosen up the restrictions there. But I'm not sure exactly when he's going to do it. Bottom line, we have to continue to follow these social distancing things. This virus is real. The infections are very real. But I do think the sooner that we can open up the economy safely, the better, because no paycheck is replaced by a government program.
So what is considered safe from you? Because we're hearing, you know, a lot of different plans. What to you would be considered safe? You know, where do we start? Just give us an idea of what your plan would be.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's listening to the medical professionals, because I'm not one. But here's the bottom line. We cannot wait until a vaccine is developed or this virus is completely gone, because neither are going to happen anytime soon. So what's the process to open up where you can contain the level of infection? It's almost like with the flu. You know, you're going to have a level of it. Where do you see it spike and surge, and then maybe close down areas? That's why testing is so important. So you can basically locate it to an area instead of having to take this broadsword. So, look, the governor, the president, they have the updated numbers. I don't think we should rush opening, but I also think we shouldn't make this a political issue. And that's what I've been afraid of, is somehow it's become a Republican-Democrat issue, whether or not to open up your state, because everything nowadays is politics.
So we are hearing from local mayors who've spoken out to say that they do feel like we should open some of our smaller businesses. They say the big box stores are open. They want to be able to kind of do the same thing on a smaller level. Do you agree with that people should be allowed to open? The smaller businesses should open?
You know, I do, and it's a case-by-case basis. But here's the bottom line. He's right. A big box store can sell all these products, and, you know, they have food. That's why they're essential. We have to take this kind of at a moment at a time. And I think the bottom line is, if people continue to maintain their social distance, they wash their hands, they wear a mask in public, I think there's a lot that can kind of be opened up, that you can go out. Doesn't mean go to a concert with 10,000 people, but we can do it and mitigate this spread as much as possible. But again, there also may be a moment where something's open up and then we have to, a week later, shut it down. We just have to be willing to roll with that.
I want to ask you, too, the president is getting a lot of backlash about some of his press briefings showing these videos that some feel are political. How do you feel about the way that these press conferences are going and the videos that he's showing?
It's all too political. I mean, look, you know, Nancy Pelosi attacks Donald Trump for not taking this seriously. He took it very seriously early on. Nancy Pelosi never even closed the Capitol, when a lot of us were saying, close the Capitol to tours. So she obviously didn't take it seriously. The president's doing a bunch of showmanship sometimes in these briefings. We all need to get serious and lead. There are 40,000 Americans, more than that now, that have lost their lives. It's not the time to worry about November. And there's way too much of that, both on the president's side, both on Nancy Pelosi's side. Let's take a deep breath, get through this, and then we can run all the political ads we want.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us via Skype this morning. We're going to continue to talk to you as everything progresses here and we learn more about, especially that deal that's expected to go through. Thank you so much, Congressman.
Of course. Yeah. See ya.